Welcome, well builders. Thank you so much for joining me. I am super excited. Today is the day 10 of our challenge. Can you believe that? Day 10 of our challenge. And today we are talking about legacy building. And this is how to build the generational wealth that lasts. How to build the generational wealth that lasts. So I want to welcome you to this challenge, Wealth Mastery Challenge. So we are diving in right away. So when you hear legacy building, estate planning, what comes to your mind? I want you to think about it, right? When you are hearing legacy planning, what does it mean? But I want to legacy planning isn't just about finances. No, it's all about creating a lasting impact, providing the security for your loved ones, ensuring that your value lives on even after your generation or generations to come, right? So what does legacy really mean for you? And when I started first thinking about legacy planning and all of those things, it's kind of overwhelming. In fact, when I called an attorney to know what are the steps to understand what are the steps for me to like put into place, and I begin to hear all of this, I was like, okay, you know what? I will come back to this. And a lot of us, that is our experience. Immediately you hear what it takes to put a plan together when it comes to trust or your estate planning, you know what? You're like, okay, oh, this is too much for me to bear right now. And you just pack it aside and you continue move on with your life. But I want to say, yes, it could be overwhelming. It could be a lot of document, but as I learned more, as I researched more about this, even in this space, I just realized that building generational wealth isn't just for wealthy people, isn't just for even ultra wealthy people. It's for anyone who wants to leave their family with more security, with harmony, with opportunity. These are who trust is for. These are who legacy planning is for. And I will get into trust and all of that in a moment. But I just want to say the first thing you want to think when it comes to issue of when it comes to issue of legacy planning is you want to reflect on what the vision is. You know, what's the vision? What does legacy mean to me? And that's the vision. Like some people, it's about creating the harmony. When they leave, they don't want to create any drama, right? For some, they just want to you know of course they want to avoid confusion and conflict and all of that. For many, it's about philanthropy, right? They want to leave a positive impact on the world through charity giving, right? And for some, for a lot of people, a lot of us, is for financial security for our loved ones. We want to ensure that our family doesn't have to struggle, right? And that is it. Is that's the true meaning? What could be? But you want to define it for you and your family. What does that mean for you? When you hear or when it comes to legacy and legacy planning and putting your legacy on ground or putting it into action, what does that mean for you? And I will share a quick story, example of a friend of mine who wanted to leave a legacy of education for her family. She created this college savings fund for her grandchildren and included a clause in her estate plan saying that for the fund to fund the scholarship for underprivileged kids in the community, right? That was the clause she put there. And that's the kind of meaningful legacy that goes beyond just the dollars, right? So I want you to take a moment, and that's the action plan I want. I want you to take a moment to write down what legacy means for you, right? For me, it could, and it's not only just one. It could be so many that I really want to leave money for underprivileged as well, but more of people who are in the missionaries, right? They are at the forefront. They are sharing the gospel. Talking about the gospel. They have kids that are in school. My goal is to help them take their kids to school, finish college, and so that they can focus on the work of being a missionary. That's my own legacy. and of course my kids, the generations to come, for them to have that financial security. That's main for me, right? And but whatsoever that is for you, I want you to see, reflect on that is it, and that's the vision of what does legacy mean for you. That's the vision that I'm talking about here. All right, so let's explore wills and trust. When it comes to wills and trust, what does that mean? A will, I will first of all start with a will. A will ensures that your assets are distributed according to your wishes. That's it. That's my will. Like, my will is that my asset, what I have, home and abroad, all the things I have, they are distributed according to my wishes, right? Without one, if you do not have one, you know who is going to decide for you? The government. Court is going to decide that for you, right? Which, and of course, I do know that it causes a lot of delay. It takes about 18 months for probate, 18, 2 years for some people to get out of the probate. And of course, it causes conflict in the family, right? If you do not have one, the government is going to help you distribute it however they deem fit, right? So that is what will does, and that's the meaning of will. So let's go to trust. Trust, on the other hand, it goes further than will. Trust helps you to avoid probate, right? Helps you to minimize taxes and also provide specific instruction for how and when your assets are distributed. And I'm going to share a case study of a family with a trust and a family without a trust. And first, this first story is about a family, uh, a friend a family of a friend of mine who passed away with a will. Yes, and it took months of legal battles to sort out their estate, and this caused unnecessary stress that is already an emotional, stress. The- Going through all of that causes stress, but the time that it takes for legal to come back and say, okay, this is who has this and all of that, it took a lot of time, and it added more stress to the family instead of them to focus on the grief and come out of all of those things. But they were still going in and out of court. So, and that will not be you. That should not be you. All right. Other family, the other scenario is about a family with a trust. And I've seen this, family, they use trust to seemingly transfer assets to provide for minors, kids under 18 years. And even they set the condition that they ensure that funds are used for education. Having that clause that this fund is used for education, or for these kids to set up their business whenever they want to. Some such clauses helps, give clarity on what to do at every point in time when the kids are grown, and whatsoever the wish is for the person that won the trust. All right. And this helps because there wasn't any drama, there wasn't any delay because no probate, they didn't go through probate. And it helps with clarity. The person knows what. And I just want you to key takeaway that I want you to take away from here today is trust our wills. They are not just because a lot of people have a lot of asset, or people have a lot of asset. No, once you have a house, you are a family. You as a husband or the wife, or mother and the father or parent, you have kids, and you have a house, you have a car. You are qualified to get a trust, right? And to have a will as well. And you don't even have to, right? But in as much as you have asset, you have checking accounts that has money, you have retirement accounts, right? You have all of this asset, savings, right? Investment. Think about it. Where do you want this money to go? In the case where you are incapacitated, or you want to, and there are a lot of power of attorney, power of all of this that you can give when someone is not able, is not incapacitated to take decision. You want to set up all of those as well. All right. So think about it. Wills and trust is not just only for the wealthy. No, it's for anyone who has, family. You have responsibility. You have asset that you want to properly take care, or have clarity on what to do when you are no more there. All right. So What will I say the next line of action for you is to start the conversation. Start the conversation. Start the conversation with your family, with a significant other, right? Just like I said, legacy planning is not just about documents, even although there are documents. There are documents, a lot of documents, but it's more about communication, right? A clear plan is only effective if your family knows about it. So you want to start the conversation as soon as possible. And why are we even talking about this? So many family disputes arises. This family dispute arises because solely because people don't talk about their plans. There is misunderstandings. There is unexpected expectations. There is assumptions, and there are surprises, and all of the surprises can tear family apart. You know, when it rises. And how do you start? Like today, you want to start. What should you do? So number one is to share your vision. What does that mean to you? And it's okay if it changes, right? So it's not just you do something, you cast it on stone, and that's it. No, it changes. What if you decide today that this is what I want to do with my asset, with what I have, and tomorrow you wake up and say, you know what? I have a better idea of how to do it. Yeah. So you have that capability to change it. So, but you know what? You have to be clear on what you want to do, and have that conversation with your family. Let them know the value driving your decisions. Let them know the values driving your decision. The second thing is discuss the roles and responsibilities. Who will be your executor, right? Who are you given the power of attorney, the power of your accountant, the power of all of those things? Who are you giving it to? And also, who is your trustee, right? You want to clearly define and discuss the roles and responsibility on your estate planning, right? And the third thing I want you to do is be transparent about your intentions, right? Avoid assumptions that prevent conflict. Be clear about it. And I recently encouraged a client of mine to have a family meeting to explain her estate plan, right? And she told me about how relieved she felt knowing everyone was on the same page. And that comes with it when you are clear, you are transparent, right? And that's the power of communication when it comes to legacy planning, when it comes to your estate planning. Communication is key, right? So today, I want you to plan a time to talk to your family about a legacy. You are a man, the head of a household, you're a woman, you're the head of household, right? Plan, pick a time, pick a date, or it could even be a conversation on the dinner table, right? It could be a dinner conversation, or you should still want to schedule a family meeting so that everybody is on the same page. All right. So one thing that I want to emphasize more and more and more and more and more is this: legacy planning isn't a set it and forget it process. No, life changes, things happen, life happens, people get married, they have kids, right? They go through major life events, things happen. And that's why it's important to regularly review your plans. Check it always, like every quarter, every 6 months, every year. What has changed? What do you want to change? Constantly check it, right? It's not a set it and forget it process. You have to constantly check it. So update your beneficiary on your account. Who are your primary beneficiaries? Who are your contingent beneficiaries? And beneficiaries are the people that they get paid, the what you have, the asset after you have gone. So who do you want to assign as that, as those beneficiaries? So those are the things that you want to do today to review. You review who are your beneficiaries, who will be your beneficiaries, right? And also you want to adjust your trust or your will if your circumstances change. Look at it for the last 5 years, 10 years, or for the last 2 years, what has changed? For the last 1 year, what has changed when it comes to life events or with you and your family? And also the last thing I want you to think about or to review is to ensure that your plan reflects your current goals and your family dynamics. And that is we still talking, so that is me still talking about you being on the same page with your family. All right. So To make it easier for you, for my world builders, for my rock stars, right, I've designed a free legacy planning worksheet that walks you through the steps. And from this is from naming the beneficiaries to clarifying your long-term wishes, right? And this worksheet simplifies the process and makes it very accessible to everyone. So I want you to comment legacy down when you comment legacy, and I will send you the link where you can download the worksheet, right? So that's the first thing I wanted to, the first step to take is towards securing your legacy. You want to have this planned, have this checklist, have this worksheet so that you can begin to see how you get started step by step. All right. So I would say in a nutshell, this has been a very interesting, topic. I'm learning as I'm doing this as well. So it's really interesting, when it comes to legacy planning, when it comes to estate planning, I know I've talked about it. It's not about documents, not about, money. It's not about numbers. It's about leaving a mark that really matters. Whether it's you ensuring the financial security, which is part of my number one top, a reason for for legacy planning and estate planning as well, financial security for my loved ones, or fostering harmony. You don't want to create drama and chaos. And also, if it is giving back to the community, whatsoever the legacy story you have for yourself, you want to define it and make sure that it's one that you are proud to share. All right. So thank you so much. If this has resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear your thought. I want you to share your comment. I want you to share this uh, video, share, like, subscribe, and comment. So thank you so much for joining with me. And I will see you tomorrow for day 11 of our Wealth Mastery Challenge. All right. So let's keep building together. Let's continue to work on our goals. If you have missed any of this challenge in any day, I want you to go back, still continue to work on it. It's not just a 1 day or 1 week thing. It's going to help us throughout the quarter, throughout the year, as we are putting our finances together. All right. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.